I'm Jacques Gordon. I'm an instructor and lecturer at the MIT Center for Real Estate, and really excited to be part of this global leadership program that we're launching. I've been in industry for 40 years, most of that as an investment manager, most of it dealing with strategy and research. But I'm really excited about this global leadership program. I think it'll do something that I've built my career on, which is learning from other parts of the world, learning from different countries, different ways of investing, different ways of doing real estate. I think the international aspect of real estate is rarely taught, particularly by Americans. We're so focused. We've got this big country to invest in, and it seems like you don't need to learn from any other country because you've got the West Coast, the East Coast of the U.S. to work with, and that's enough. But I know for myself in my career, I learned so much through watching what worked and what doesn't work in a country like Japan or Korea or Singapore or Australia, and even more challenging countries, some of the emerging markets, watching how an investment in China matures from really a pioneering country to a major, almost a core investment. So you learn a lot, I think, watching how your own home country compares with a different geography or a different culture or a different real estate focus from a different country. Well, I think one of the things, speaking for myself, and what helped me a lot when I was sort of in mid-career, is to get out of my own organization and see how other people thought and acted, to really expand my own skill set meant getting out of my own company. And I was able to do that through organizations like PRIA, ULI, NAREIT, who are our partners. And what you do when you get out of your own sort of group think, you expand your mind and you learn how others see the world. And those are just valuable lessons for any real estate practitioner.
So do you excited about?
Well, I'm most excited not about the technical skills, and there will be some, but it's really going to be, I think, a place where we're going to try some new things and engaging people to almost purposefully work together with people that they wouldn't normally work with, to really stretch people's ability to listen, to observe, and then to act. And so I think what I would expect that it'll be different with this approach is that it'll be highly engaged. This is not a series of lectures. This is a series of hopefully cases, of examples, and what would you do if this was your decision to make? So that's the way I love to teach my class here at MIT, and that's very much the kind of spirit I'll bring to the Global Leadership Program. You know, leadership is such a overused word, and certainly one of the things that while there have been whole textbooks about how you do it and what you need to do to be a leader, I think in a lot of organizations, leadership is taken to be something that you demonstrate or you learn on the job. And I'm hoping that we can recreate in a condensed format some of those situations where sometimes being a leader is being a really good listener or a synthesizer or someone who can really find out what the organization or what the team needs to do, and almost in a servant leadership style realize that some of the technical skills working on a project are much greater than yours, but no one is taking charge to figure out how you drive toward a decision. So these kinds of leadership approaches, I'm hoping, will come out in our modules. Well, I think with 4 different modules, we're going to play to the strengths of the faculty, who are really bringing a lot of very diverse skills. I know we'll be doing a lot with technology here at MIT, prop tech certainly. Sustainability, of course, is a strength of both Maastricht and MIT. I'm personally most excited about working with um, uh, the dynamic changes going on in the capital markets. There are always changes going on in the capital markets, but I feel in 2024, 25, 26, we're yet another inflection point in how capital comes to real estate. All the different windows that it goes through, all the different methods whereby real estate attracts capital or repels it. So I'm most excited by bringing sort of capital markets and real estate together in an interactive way. We've got some great co-instructors with me, and that's what I'll be teaching.
Awesome.
A partnership with a professional organization brings a lot. First, it brings us high quality people who are really looking to add to their skill set. They're curious, they want to know more, they're interested in how the cross border or international perspective on a problem might look. So, all of these organizations that we're partnering with really do have a very strong international component to them. Even if an organization is based in one country, often the members of that organization are finding themselves being asked to do things in other countries that really they've never been exposed to before. So whether it's ULI or PRIA or NAREIT, all of them have access to exactly the kind of mid-career and rising leaders that can bring a lot to this leadership program. I'm also very hopeful that we'll get some older people like me who have got some great stories and learnings to tell and to share. I know in my career it's been a great thing to give back to younger people in terms of helping them discover what their strengths are. And I think all three of these organizations have some of the more seasoned executives who are ready to do that, ready to share some of their experiences and also gain some perspective themselves on what their career looked like and what worked and what didn't.
Awesome.
Well, both of those schools, MIT and Maastricht, are very international places. They may be in Cambridge, Massachusetts, or in the hills of the Netherlands, but when you're there, you're really in a very international environment. Both of them have embraced that in terms of how they attract faculty, how they do research, and where their students come from. So don't be fooled that we're just going to be in those two geographic locations in terms of our teaching and our atmosphere. It's going to be a very international program. Now, both of those schools also have international reputations on real estate. So some of the best faculty in the world that have written the textbooks or the leading articles, they're going to be amongst the faculty. But both schools also have terrific relationships with practitioners, people like myself who really haven't been hanging out at a university the entire time, but have been out there in the real world trying to invest or develop or get things done. So both Maastricht and MIT, I think, have a great academic and practitioner blend to the instructors. And so I think the students will really benefit from that. The ideal student for this program to me is somebody who wants to expand their horizons. They're curious, they're eager to learn, even if they're in their 40s or 50s. The ideal student to me is somebody who is really ready to get out of their own home environment and expose themselves to big ideas and to really learn to work with those ideas. And they'll be able to try out some of those skills right in the modules that we will be introducing. So to me, this program is ideal for anyone who is really ready to expand their horizons and be curious about real estate.